Okay, so this is the remaining part of our object. So let's look at the first problem right here. Write a function greatest population that accepts an array of country object as an argument. So array of object. Array, you have array and there is a data called object, right? Each object is stored as an index 0, index 1, 2, 3, right? I mean, array store data in form of index. So when you look through the array, you can get each data, right? This is the first one, second one, third, and fourth. Okay, all right. So one thing I see here, right? The variable name country one and country one. So make sure this, just change this to true, okay? And that's what you see here in the uh, argument, right? So let's go back. Our answer should be string, the name of the country with highest population. So it is straightforward. Let's solve this. Okay, I'll solve change here to 2. Solve greatest population equal to, and it accepts object, right? Object. So basically the idea is I will just loop through this array, then get each object, then I will, from that object I will grab the population, uh, which will give me this value, and I will compare with the last population, right? So last population. So let country equal to, right now empty string, okay? We're going to store country here, and let population, right? Population equal to, right now 0. Simple. Just use simple way of solving it. Then for loop, let I equal to 0, I less than, because I'm loop. Okay, so this the array, right? Okay, let's change this to array. Okay, not object but array. Array dot length I plus plus. Now I'm going to get object, right, equal to here 0 index. I will get this object. Okay, so that's the object. Now I will say, I'll just compare now, right? If so, I have this population and this is the same population. Now I got so I think that will be fine. There will be no issue, right? So if this population, the population variable is less than population, basically object population, right? How I'm going to grab this value from this object, because I have this object, and I will just use the name called population, right? So object dot population, I can do that because this population is inside this object, right? This is the key. So simply I will say object dot population. I can do that. I'm checking if this population is inside this object. Yeah, it is, right? And when this is true, or you can change here, name, right? Let's call it population count, right? Maybe like that. Okay, just to not get confused. Good. So if that is true, then you know that means this one is less than this number. So you can just assign population count equal to object dot population. Good. And also you change the country, right? Basically you create the country, also add the country. So what would be the country? how we get again same thing, object dot, and look at here, name, right? Here is a name, okay, name. And once this loop is complete, you go out of for loop and return your country. So that country gonna have the name with the largest population. So return country, country. Okay, good to go. Let's run this code, and you can see Indonesia and Burma. Indonesia, and here is a Burma. Okay, so done. Let's look at the next one. Block.js. So this block function accepts object and the array, right? The first argument is object. The second is array with string. So what is saying, right? The function should return new object containing the key of the original object. Okay, that are found in array. So if this is the key and this is the key, you only return with this key. So there is a name and breed. So you're gonna return name, breed, like as a new object. Okay, name and breed as a key of the new object. So hopefully that is clear. Const. So let's go const. What is that? Function name is pulp block. I'm gonna have an object first parameter and the array, right? Second parameter. What I will do is because I need to return new object, so let new object equal to empty object. I will store here. Okay, then I mean I can loop through this, right? How I can let's see, what I can do is I can loop through this array, right? So I get this name as the first element, and let's say I get this element, right? When I loop, I will check that inside this object, and if that key is matched, then I will just grab that value and store it. Okay, so let's try do that. For let I equal to 0, I is less than array dot length I plus plus. So let element. Okay, I'll just, I mean I don't have to do, but let's store here, or let's call it key, right? Key, you can call anything. This is just a variable. So this variable stores the value from array index. So let's say I have, right now I get name, right? The first one with 0 index is name. Now I will check if object dot, again how you check the key inside the object has own property, you know, property, right? And you pass this key. If that's true, then you're gonna call the new object. The new object, so look at here, right? This is the variable. Okay, the key is a variable right now, so I have to remember, when you have variable you must put in square bracket like this, dot, right? So let's see, so new object dot key equal to, right, equal to so I need a value now, right? So new object, if object dot has own property key, if that is true, then we're gonna Okay, new object. Okay, okay, I think that is fine, right? So new object that key equal to value. What is the value now? So object from object, right? And you call that key. So when this loop is done, you just return that. Return new object. Okay, that will work. Let's check. Yeah. So we added the key, right? Equal to this value. That's how you assign the value, right? To the object. If you have any object, how you store the value, that is point, right? Let's say this is a obj1, something like that. How you gonna create something inside? Basically, you do obj1, and because our key is in the form of variable, that's why I put here. If you have to create something new, and that is not a variable, right? Then you can do dot, let's say a equal to maybe 100. So now that will return obj like this, a colon 100. Okay, that's what happened here. If I put the square bracket, right, key, and key is maybe name, whatever, the key keep changing, right? Because one time is name, next time will be maybe breed, this name and breed, that's the one we're getting from the loop. So it will just give name, and the value will be object key, right? So object, this is the object key, that is name, will return this video, so that's what you get. I hope that is clear. So excuse me, guys. Object add, right? What is saying? Okay, so there is two object passed to the function, and function should return the new object. So if the key are matched, you must add that key and make it one value, right? Like this, one key in the new object. If they don't match, then just add it without just add it, right? So let's look at here. X, so new object gonna have 4, right? X3, X1, that is 4. Y, so Y, 10 plus 2 is 12. uh, so here also A is there, no, right? So you just put A as a same like that. So how are we gonna solve this? Let's try. Did I object add, right? So I'll create a new variable. Const object add function, and you're gonna have two objects, obj1, obj2. So let's return the new object, right? So let new object equal to empty for now. What I'm gonna do now, right? Because I have two objects, maybe I'll just loop through one, right? I'll just loop through one of them and try to work from there. Okay, so let's how we write loop for object. So let key in obj1. Now I will check first if this key or basically obj2 dot has own property, right? I'm checking if this key like X is inside object 2. Okay, I'm checking that. So yeah, so has own PR property, right? Like has own property. object 2 has own property, and that will be key. Clear? Now what I'll do is obj2 dot has own property. Okay guys, sorry, I had some technical issue here, right? Okay, let's continue. So how are we going to solve this, right? How? So we have a obj2 dot has own property key, right? Let's see. What I'm going to do now is, I mean, if this is here, right? If that is true, then we just going to add, new object, right? With e equal to obj1 square bracket key plus obj2 square bracket key. So just get both value and add there. If, right, let's say if that does not match, in that case you just put else, new object. If that key is not inside this object too, okay, in that case we gonna just equal to, right, equal to obj1 square bracket key. Correct? That is fine, that will work. But this will work for the object one, right? We just went through all obj1, right? For example, let's say here a will be not found here, so we're going to add a inside the new object. B is okay, we have there, we add, right, and add to the new object. C is okay, we did, right? We're going to add and store in the new object. But what about E now? Because we finished loop here, so what we're going to do now, right? I mean, we have to encounter this part. So I believe what we can do now is, once we have finished this one, what we can do is, most likely we have to write another for loop, right? I hope that will be fine. So let key in obj2, and this time what we will do is, we're gonna check if we're gonna check inside here now, okay, not object one, but we just check inside there. If new, let's say if new object, right, new object that has own property this key, I mean, if that's true, right? If that's true, but let's say we're gonna make it false. Why? If something is there, that will return true. So we don't want that. But let's say we this key we do not find here inside this new object. For example, this key is not inside the new object. So in that case, what we're gonna do? Just save it. No need to write else, just one time. So we're gonna say new object square bracket key equal to simply obj2 key. We get that value, and after this loop, just return a new object. Done. So let's see if that works, right? And yeah, x4 y12 a3 b7 c0 and e4, right? See that? That was the point here to, because I know I cannot add because I'm looping through the first one, right? First time. So I will encounter all that, okay? Because I'm going to get each key and I can take care of that one. Also, I will take care anything I find here, because B not found is okay. B found, okay, we add together, done, right? C found, add together, done. But E is not, we did not find a E, or we didn't come check the E. That's why I look through this again and I just check inside my new object if these property are there or not. If something is not inside my new object, then just please add it, because I don't need to compare with this one anymore. I have already verified. You just add that, left over, right? So that's what happened. Okay, so let's look at the next one. And this is the last, right? So what we're going to do here now, write a function scissor zipper. Okay, in the simple way, let's understand, right? Basically, we have to replace with the question mark. So this is a string. We're passing a string and object to our function. Okay, we need to return the string, new string, with the value, right? Let's say if you find one of them, for example, let's say J is the key here, J, right? So now you just replace with R. Okay, value. E is there, yeah, E has I, that you add. So you have to do that. But when we have to add question mark, right? So if a character of the string does not exist as a key of the object, then it will be replaced. Oh, okay, okay. If the character of the string does not exist as a key of the object, then we replace with the question mark, like O, right? O is not the key inside this object. That's why we put there question mark. Very good. Okay, let's do this. Const secret paper equal to function. The function takes two parameters. First one is string and second one is object. Okay, and my answer will be a new string, right? That is empty for now. So basically, I think I can loop through this because I have to return this string. I have to return, the length will be same, right? I have to return all this much string. Okay, so that's the good idea, is to loop through that string, because so that we check each character in the string, right? For let I equal to 0, I is less than string dot length I plus plus. So let character in string equal to string square bracket I. Good. Now I will check if this object has own property called this character. Okay, if that is true, if this object has this character as a key, like property, right? Like j is there. If that is true, then I will say new string plus equal to this object square bracket character, because I have a variable which has this character. So when you have variable as a key, in order to get a value, you must put in square bracket. So object character, I'm doing same thing like this. I'm doing, like j, right? Right now I'm just getting object j that will return r. I will get this r character, this value here, which will be added to the new string. It will be like r here. Plus equal to means add whatever here, grab everything and add the new thing. Plus equal means add something. Adding means what? Like you have already something in the beginning, it is empty, but still empty string, and you're going to keep adding something, right? So that's what happened here. So now I will convert this to character. Good. Okay, if that is false, let's say this character is not the key of this object, in that case just put else here, and we're going to do new string. I'm just going to add question mark, right? Add to the whatever there, right? What we're going to add this question, and finally we're going to return a new string. And let's see what is the answer. I mean, how it looks now. So I believe RISS question mark and P question mark M question mark 0 JM, right? JM. Okay, that's good. So guys, we're done with the object, right? We're done. Also, I will solve there is some more, right? Like decomposition pattern. Let's see how many are there. A, B, C, right? Okay. So this is basically the combination. Like decomposition pattern means what? The how you're gonna break down your large problem into small problem. Large problem break down into small problem, and then the right function for that small problem, and use that function, small functions to come to just like get result for your complex problem. So you just divide your problem into small functionality and then solve it. Okay, that is called decomposition pattern, right? So how we gonna learn? Good. So yeah, so I will be keep solving these things. I will add tomorrow on the next. I think there are couple of here and couple of here, right? That will give us good idea how decomposition work. Okay, so I will be keep working throughout this on this. Good. So I will stop here.